Hello and welcome once again to this series on mindful living and meditation. So just to bring us all into the present moment right now, let's do a mini meditation. So just sitting where you are, just gently close your eyes and take a deep breath right to the bottom of your lungs. Sighing this breath out and doing another. And as you do, just allow all the tension to go, just sighing it out. And one more deep breath, checking it is right to the bottom of your lungs and sighing the breath out. And now just allow your breathing to return to its normal, natural focus and rhythm. And just feel the flow of this breath, just coming and going. And now just for a moment, notice any sounds around you. And as you do, and as you feel the flow of the breath, this is bringing you right into this present moment, right here and right now. Just allowing the sounds to come to you, not judging them, just being with them. And feel the flow of your breath, just coming and going. And now take a deeper breath and gently open your eyes. So today we're going to do a longer meditation again, like we did last week, but we're also going to talk about stillness. Now, if you remember from last time when we did a longer meditation, when we focused on our breath, we started to notice that there was a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath, and then again the in-breath. This was just a natural pause. It's not holding our breath in any way. It is just what is always there between our breaths, and we're becoming more apparent of this. And then this is also what happens with our thoughts. That as we understand, as we notice our thoughts more and become aware of them coming and going, then we start to notice that at times there is a gap between them. At first, this might just be a little millisecond of time, but as our minds become calmer, then this gap between the thoughts becomes more apparent. So what's in this pause or in this gap between breaths or between thoughts? And it's probably a kind of nothingness in a way, but it has been called stillness. And in explaining this, it's probably helpful to think about a room. A room is an empty space. It's made out of bricks and mortar, most likely furnished, but the room itself is just empty. You bring people into that room and it becomes busy, it becomes noisy, there's movement there, etc. as they stay. And then if those people leave, the room returns to what it was before. It's kind of empty. There's a nothingness there. The busyness in that room masks this stillness that is always there all the time. It doesn't change when people come and people go. And so it's like the room is our mind, and the people who come and go and the subsequent busyness are the thoughts. Take the people out, take the thoughts out, and you have the stillness. It's always been there. It's just marked, but it hasn't changed in any way. So this place of stillness within us all, it never changes. It's always there. So we just have a little look at this. It's ever present. It's unchanging. So no matter what we do, what we think, what actions we take, what thoughts we have, this place of stillness never changes. We don't have to create it or make it happen in any way because it is always there. It's just waiting for us to discover it and to be with it and in it. And it's a place of peace. And so once we are aware of this stillness, which is actually who we really are, it's like our true nature, then we can, mindfulness and mindful practices in our life allows us to access this place of stillness. And that is a very valuable thing, believe me. So it's another good analogy is thinking about the sky and the clouds. So if you think about it, the sky is always blue. It doesn't change. No matter what sorts of clouds come across it, whether they're those light fluffy ones, whether they're dark and stormy ones, or maybe it's just that light haziness in the sky, the actual blue sky itself never changes. And you probably have been aware of this if you've flown somewhere and it's been cloudy and the plane goes up through the clouds and then all of a sudden you're on top of the clouds and the sky is all around you. If it's during the day, it's blue. If it's at night, it's all filled with the stars. So the sky itself never changes no matter what the clouds do. And so it is with us and with our minds. This place of stillness never changes no matter how many thoughts we have, what we do, what the thoughts are like, etc. The stillness is always there within us. And it's a good thing to remember. So let's do another longer meditation now. And as you do, just become more aware of the pause between parts of the breath and also aware of how your thoughts come and go and how sometimes there's a gap between those thoughts. But a word of warning here now is don't sit down to meditate and try hard to find these gaps. Mindfulness meditation is not about trying or striving for any outcome. It is simply being and allowing and seeing what unfolds. And this develops over time and with practice you'll find. So perhaps you've had a chance to try this longer meditation at home. And remember, if this practice doesn't fit for you, then keep going with your mini meditations and your mindful activities. So just to recap before we start our meditation of what we're actually doing and what's going to happen, is that we're going to sit or lie comfortably and relax. Focus on the sounds around us, focus on our breath, and determine the point to where we're going to return to, where the breath is most apparent for us when thoughts encroach on our mind. We're going to bring ourselves into the present moment by body awareness, and then we're going to sit in silence, always remembering that no thought right now is important. And when a thought arrives, then we just let it go and we return to the focus of our breath or perhaps the sounds, whatever works best for you. So just get yourself comfortable and I'll do the same. Taking a moment to settle into your chair and adjust your position so your back is as upright as is best for you. Tuck your chin in a little to straighten your spine. And now just find where your hands are most comfortable. It might be on your lap, the sides of your chair, resting on your thigh, whatever is right for you. Placing your feet flat on the floor, just taking these few moments just to settle into your chair and find what is most comfortable for you. And when you're ready, you can just gently close your eyes. If you prefer, feel more comfortable, you can cast your eyes downwards. And now we'll just take a few moments to relax. So first of all, take your attention to around the muscles around your eyes. Lots of tiny muscles there, where we often hold tension by screwing them up, squinting. If you like, you can tighten all those muscles and then let them go. It's a good way to bring about muscle relaxation. So just focusing around your eyes and allowing all the muscles to relax. And now take your attention around your jaw. Again, a place we hold tension. You might like to move it a little bit, side to side, and just allow all the muscles to relax. Perhaps that just means also relaxing your tongue, allowing it to find a comfortable position, having your mouth open or closed, whichever way feels right for you with your breathing. And just relaxing all around your jaw. And now to the shoulders. Once again, we hold a lot of tension there. You might like to hunch them up towards your ears and then let them go, sighing out as you do, allowing all the tension to go. Just focusing on your shoulders, checking that they're relaxed. Just allowing the muscles to soften and loosen. And now checking down through your arms, around your elbows, wrists, hands, fingers. Perhaps wriggling your fingers a little, certainly not clenching them. Just checking through your arms for relaxation. Sighing out the tension as you breathe. Allowing the muscles to soften and loosen. And now taking your attention down through your chest and tummy, buttocks, spine. Just thinking about these areas, consciously relaxing them, allowing the muscles to soften and loosen. And now taking your attention down through your legs, perhaps allowing your knees to roll in or outwards a little bit to bring about that relaxation. Down through your ankles, your feet, your toes, wiggling them a little bit. Just allowing all the muscles to soften and loosen. And now we'll take 3 deep breaths to aid this relaxation and to symbolize the start of our meditation. So breathing in deeply through your nose or mouth, whatever way is right for you, right to the bottom of your lungs, and then sighing the breath out. And breathing in, 2 more in your own time, right to the bottom of your lungs. And now just allow your breathing to return to its normal rhythm. not altering it in any way, just breathing in and out in whatever way is right for you. Just allowing it to be in its normal, natural rhythm. Just focus on this breath for a moment, just to find where it is most apparent for you. This could be the coolness of the in-breath at the start of your nostrils, or it could be the warmth of your out-breath in your nostrils or mouth, or it could be the rise and the fall of your tummy and chest. Or perhaps you can notice there's a slight whisper of sound. But just taking these few moments, just find where it is most apparent for you. And then this can be the place that you return to when thoughts intrude and you want to focus back on your breath. And now just take your attention to the sounds that are around you, both inside and outside the room. Just notice these sounds, not necessarily seeking them out. Allow them to come to you. Don't judge these sounds. Just notice them with a gentle curiosity. All the sounds that can be around you, the faint ones as well as the loud ones. As we do this, we are bringing ourselves even more into the present moment, the right here and now. And as we do this, it helps us to disregard the thoughts. Just focusing on the sounds with a gentle curiosity. If thoughts come, allow them to go and take your attention back to that part of the breathing, or perhaps just back to the sounds. No thought right now needs your attention. And now, to bring us even more into this present moment, we're going to take our attention to our feet. And we're going to really sense our feet, really feel our feet, not moving them, not imagining them, but just sensing them. Taking your attention down there and feeling. Feel the temperature. It may be warm or cool. Feel the pressure of the floor. Perhaps the touch of fabric of socks or stockings. Or the feel of your shoes or sandals or slippers. Just really focusing on your feet. Perhaps there's some tingling there that you've never noticed before. Perhaps a little bit of a niggle around your ankle. Just sensing your feet, feeling your feet. And as you do this, just feel the flow of your breath, just coming and going. And now taking your attention to your hands. And once again, sensing your hands, feeling your hands without moving them. If they're clasped together, notice the skin-on-skin contact. If they're resting on your lap, your thighs, notice the touch of the fabric. Notice the temperature, warmth or coolness, any tingling there, any niggles, perhaps a bit of clamminess. Just really notice how your hands feel, sensing your hands. And as you sense your hands, just feel the flow of your breath, just coming and going. If thoughts are coming, allow them to go, and just to take your attention back to your hands. Or your feet. Just remembering that there is no thought right now that needs any action. Now just for a moment, take your attention back to your breathing. Just feeling the in-breath and the out-breath. Feeling the flow of your breath. Just focus on this breath and just notice that there is a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. Again, the in-breath. This isn't holding your breath in any way. This pause is just naturally there. Remembering to just breathe in your normal, natural rhythm, not changing it in any way. Just focusing on that breath and noticing these pauses. Noticing this pause is leading us to become aware of the stillness that is naturally within us. When thoughts come, just take your breath back to you. Take your focus back to your breath. Allow the thoughts to come and allow them to go. Just remembering that thoughts are like clouds drifting across the blue sky. The thoughts come and they drift across the stillness in our mind. Blue sky remains unchanged. The stillness within us remains unchanged. When thoughts come, if you engage in them, allow them to go, and take your focus back to your breath or to the sounds, or perhaps even your hands or feet, whatever is right for you. Feel the flow of your breath just coming and going. And now we'll sit in silence for a little longer, just remembering that if thoughts come, allow them to go and return to the focus of your breath. Remembering that there is no thought right now that needs your attention. Now, as we come towards the end of our meditation, you may just like to take a deeper breath or two. Perhaps wiggle your fingers or toes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So just recapping about this stillness, you might just be getting a little bit of an idea. It certainly becomes more apparent when we give ourselves mindful moments, when we actually stop what we're doing and breathe deeply. And it also becomes more apparent the more meditation that we do. I don't think you have to sit there for hours and hours. Just a few moments, a few minutes, and extending that time can be very beneficial. So remembering that it is always there, it's unchanging. We don't have to create it. We don't have to try hard to find it. It's just waiting for us to discover it. And once we do, just to be with it and in it. And it really is a place of peace. So just a few words about thoughts and thinking, and you're probably already getting the idea that there is a difference between thoughts and thinking. Thoughts become thinking when we actually engage with them. And of course, this is necessary at times. The quick thinking needed in acute situations, and the planning thinking, the prolonged thinking that we need when we're planning something, when we're creating something, when we're solving problems. But thinking can also become excessive, and that is we think too much about something without solving anything. And this leads to worry and to anxiety and to catastrophizing. You know, those what ifs, could haves, maybe this is going to happen, when really the threat or the worry isn't there at all. It's just in our mind. And this excessive thinking can bring about a lot of negative reactions and emotions. It can also lead to relationship difficulties because what's happening is that it's really in our mind. It's not concrete. It's not something that is really there. But it's important to realize that excessive thinking can put us into a chronic state of stress, of low-grade stress. And in one of our previous sessions, session 2, we talked about the effects of stress and how damaging it can be in our body. So that if we're living with a really, really excessive thinking mind, like everything we think about, we catastrophize, we worry, etc., then we are in this state of low-grade chronic stress. And the physiological effects of stress are there in our body, and this is what becomes quite damaging. On our 2357 website, we've got the effects of stress and the relaxation response, so you might like to visit that and to recap. Just another word about our meditations is that just remember that no judgment of what we do when we're doing mindful activities. So you might think, oh, I'm really going to meditate now, I'm going to sit down, etc. And you do, and your mind is all over the place, and then you get interrupted, and then you go back to it, and your mind is still too active. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to give up. It's no good. It's not a good meditation. Don't think that way. The fact that you actually said to yourself, I'm going to sit down and do some meditation, is that gift that I have talked about before, a gift to ourselves. And bringing about this relaxation response is what your body will really thank you for. So just remember not to judge your meditation. It can be, it just is, whatever it is. There's just a quote here that I'd like to find. A mindful practice gives us the opportunity to choose happiness, or at least peace, over anxiety and worry. And it's a powerful strategy because it's empowering. And thanks to Sue Freebane for bringing my notice to this, because I think it really does sum up what we're able to achieve through having mindfulness in our lives. So next week, I'm going to delve a little bit more into the mind and thinking and awareness, and so that you understand even more the effects that we're bringing about through our mindful practices. Just to finish, I think we should just take a few moments with some of our breathing. So just sitting there, closing your eyes again, just bringing your attention to your breath, just allowing it to come and to go, just being right in this very present moment, right here and right now. And now opening your eyes, and I wish you well, and you can go on with your day, having little periods of mindfulness whenever you are able to bring that about. And I'll see you next time for the next session. Thank you.